For the vanilla cupcakes, you'll need 1 1/4 cup of plain flour, 1 cup of sugar, you can also use brown sugar for this, 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of water, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, half a cup of milk, vanilla bean paste, and 1 egg. To start off, we're gonna add all the dry ingredients and just quickly mix it with a whisk just so everything is well combined. After that, we're gonna mix all the wet ingredients, milk, oil, and the egg. And just grab your electric mixer. I just use a hand mixer for this because it's not too much, so that's easier to scrape off all the sides as well. After this, I'm just gonna add the vanilla bean paste and just keep mixing. Then I'm just gonna gradually add the water, just kind of mixing it in between and make sure the mixture absorbs the water. And just letting you know, this is not going to be a thick consistency, so it's going to be a little bit watery and thin, but don't worry because it's going to make our cupcakes really moist. Now with a measuring cup, I'm gonna fill up my cake tins 3/4 full and make sure you don't overfill it so that it doesn't pop up too much. Now we're gonna bake it for 180 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes or until it looks baked. Now time for the caramel shards, my favorite. In a small saucepan, add 1 cup of caster sugar. Wait for it to boil. You don't need to stir at this point. What I'm doing now is I'm getting my pastry brush and brushing the sides of the saucepan with water just so when it starts boiling, the sugar wouldn't stick to the sides. Now that everything is almost melted, I used a metal spoon just to mix the center. Wait for it to boil. Once it starts boiling, you'll need to remove it from the heat and grab a tray with a baking paper and slowly pour it. Make sure you don't burn yourself because at this point it's still kind of boiling, as you can see. Now I'm just gonna put another baking paper on top of it and with a palette knife just slowly spread it all out. Make sure it's all even. And now you're just gonna have to set that aside. Now time for the custard. In a small saucepan, just add 2 tablespoons of custard powder. You can buy this at your local grocery stores. And 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1/4 cup of milk. Add 1 cup of milk and make sure you don't see any lumps and just allow it to boil. Stir it a little bit until it gets thick. And now you're just gonna have to set it aside and put a cling wrap on top of it and make sure the cling wrap is touching the custard so that no air can go in. Now assembling time. I'm just gonna cut the top of my cupcakes with a serrated knife and make sure it's flat. And as you can see, the cupcakes look nice. So do it for all the cupcakes. And now get your caramel, and now that it's hard, you can just slide your palette knife under it and just gently crack it. Now that the custard is cool, you're gonna have to spread it out on top of all the cupcakes. And now we're just gonna add 1 teaspoon of white sugar on top of the cupcakes, and with a blowtorch, just hover it around, and on top of it, make sure you don't burn your cupcake tins, because I did it once and it actually lit on fire, so just be careful of that. And once you see it kind of boiling and the sugar turning brown, that's when it's done. And now just keep doing this for all the cupcakes, and then you'll really love the smell. Now time to decorate. Now with your caramel shards, just put it on the side, because I tried putting it in the center, but I realized the sugar already is hard and it's like a shell already, so I just put it on the side and it looks really pretty anyway, so. And now we're done! Thank you guys for watching this tutorial, and if you have any requests, just feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more baking videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!